Hello, I'm Jeremy, Head of Product at karoo.ai. I'm going to be demonstrating some of the features of our platform that we've designed to help an author edit his or her book. We're only going to look from the perspective of developmental or story editing. That means we're going to be ignoring line by line or copy editing for now. We're going to be focusing on how the story develops and flows as a whole. I'm going to be showing you a few features as well as demonstrating how this benefits an author or editor. So for now, I am Dan Brown, and I'm about to upload my brand new manuscript, Deception Point. There you go. The first view you can see here is the plot structure. A rising plot line represents triumph, success, or a de-escalation of tension in my story. A falling plot line that represents an increase in tension, adversity or failure, things basically falling apart. As I move along the scroll bar, I can see my entire manuscript on the right over here, the screen, and I can move to the relevant point of tension in my specific chapter or scene that I wrote. Now, I know to ask, did my plot develop the way I wanted it to? As a creator, I might have my own thoughts about it, but I can also compare my manuscript to other bestsellers. So here I'm going to choose New York Times bestsellers in the thriller genre over the last 3 years. There you go. It looks like the average thrilling bestseller introduces tension earlier on than I did. Now I can see if my book is fitting this mold, or maybe I wanted to break the mold. What about the beats? So beats are the dramatic events that move the plot along. They're either acts, decisions, or revelations. So it looks here like best-selling, or your average best-selling thriller novel has more beats than I do, and they seem to come a little bit earlier on. Okay, what about my pace? So we can see here that my pace is dipping a little bit between chapters 11 and 17. Oh, let's make sure of that. Narrative versus dialogue, or narrative versus dialogue. So here, some authors like to follow a golden ratio between these two elements. The theory goes that too much narrative tends to slow the pace down a little bit, and we can see that. In these chapters that we highlighted earlier, we can see there's quite a lot of narrative and not as much dialogue. Also, maybe as an author, I can now tell that this is not what I usually like. I normally write a little bit more dialogue. What about emotions? So we measure 6 of the key emotions at the moment. Got anger, fear, joy, love, sadness, and surprise. So I need to make sure that I'm getting this balance right. It's a thriller. I don't want too much joy and not enough fear, particularly around those thrilling plot beat areas. So this is also key to watch character by character. We want to make sure that we're presenting the right emotions to the reader so they'll respond the way that we want. We don't want our readers sympathizing with the villain because we're associating him with too much sorrow and loss. So what we also do, this is maybe key, is we create a markup, not just a report. So here we give the author recommendation cards that point to specific scenes, characters, and chapters. Example, we'll tell the author that they need to challenge the main character again towards the end. Most successful thrillers do, and this manuscript might be lacking there. We highlight areas where the author objectively misses the mark based on data, not just on the opinion of a human editor who might not get the vision of the author anyway. The author can then choose to dismiss or import these recommendations into the writing tool of their choice. We still have a lot to do. The product is developing very fast. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration.